So let's huddle up, because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank.
Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 7 on Local 3.
With the springtime weather here, an awful lot of us are going to be eager to get outside and get in those steps that we're supposed to take every day. I almost said 10,000 steps because I think that's kind of the standard that we're supposed to reach. But Jacqueline Lewis is here with Ruby Falls. This is Bennett Smith, who is with the American Heart Association, and they have teamed up in the month of March a lot more than 10,000 steps, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So you had this goal. We're not going to reveal the number yet, but this is how many years now? 8?
This is our 8th year with the 100 million steps in March month-long event at Ruby Falls.
Okay, so I shared with them before we began talking, I've become kind of this obsessive person on making sure I get a certain number of steps in a day. It's become a game for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose the game. But it is fun. It's like when I walk my dog in the neighborhood, it's amazing how many steps I'm taking, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
So y'all counted at Ruby Falls the average number of steps for a visitor. It's quite impressive.
Yes, so if you take one of our cave adventures and explore our park, go up to the tower to look at the view, you have walked approximately 3,800 steps.
Okay, and the great thing about those steps is that much of it is flat, but
Yes.
a good part of it is also uphill.
Yes.
And there's some benefit, I think, to your heart in getting that elevation.
Oh yes, for sure. And the Heart Association recommends 160 minutes of moderate activity a week. And one of the easiest and best ways to do that is walking. And what a better way to do it than at Ruby Falls, where you can have fun doing it as well.
We're going to hold on to this grand reveal of the steps for just a minute. And I want to talk to you, Bennett, because so often when we think about exercising, it's that pounding the pavement, make your bones hurt mindset that we have. But I think studies show that just even as you said, moderate walking, getting your body moving is the key.
Right, and you can get those 160 minutes a week in whatever increments you want. It could be 20 minutes getting up from your desk here and there, or doing a longer walk a couple times each week, and that can make a real long-lasting effect on your heart health. And that's what we're trying to raise awareness for through 100 million steps in March.
You know, their awareness is a big word. Heart disease is near and dear to my heart. I lost my dad to a heart attack in 1981. A lot we've learned. That's okay. A lot we've learned though since then, and that's such the focus of the Heart Association is not only helping with our local residents, but you put all that money back in where you can into the research.
Right, and so here locally, while we have a lot of boots on the ground work in the community addressing nutrition security and our high blood pressure rates in Chattanooga, our Go Red for Women movement, which the Ruby Falls is a big supporter of too, is raising funds for our local work, but also for research specifically for women's health, which we have a lot of work to do on heart disease being the #1 killer for men and women. Sometimes women have been underrepresented in research historically. And so when we raise funds, they're going back to fund research to find the next breakthrough in heart disease and stroke treatment as well.
So that's May 9th is Go Red for Women. Y'all are a big sponsor of that. So you want to share the number yet?
Yes.
Okay.
So as I mentioned, we've been having this program since 2018. Over 350,000 people visiting Ruby Falls, as well as our team, have completed the challenge over the last 8 years. This year, we're still tallying the last steps from the last day in April, or last day in March, but we stepped 200,785,602 steps.
You more than doubled
We
the
more
goal.
than doubled our goal this year.
Wow.
Yes.
200 plus million steps.
Yes, isn't that wild?
Yeah. So I'm curious about something. When people were coming to visit you in the month of March, were they aware of the campaign?
Yes. Yeah, we tell everyone on our cave tours during the month of March about the month-long event and the initiative and our partnership with the American Heart Association.
Any idea what their responses were? I bet that was fun for them to know.
I think so. I think a lot of times you don't realize what you're doing or not doing for your own health and wellness on the day-to-day. So it's a nice reminder for someone to kind of check in with you and be like, by the way, you just completed almost 4,000 steps.
So, you know, if you struggle with a health issue, sometimes getting recommendations like this are almost hard to hear, because if your health is poor, it's difficult to get out and do some of the things you'd like to do.
Sure.
Talk a minute about what it is like to come on a cave tour at Ruby Falls. Obviously, if you've got some orthopedic concerns, there might be a challenge. But that air quality is very clean.
Yes, it is. We always recommend to folks that they wear sturdy walking shoes when they visit. It is about a mile-long walk on a cavern trail, which there are some steps. And as you mentioned, there is like a little bit of an inclination or a little bit of going downhill, but nothing too steep. And I would say probably the more strenuous aspect of a visit is climbing the tower steps. That's probably the hardest part for me.
Okay, and that is a requirement when you come?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
It's just if you want to, take in the view of the Cumberland Plateau outside.
So if you are wanting to do something besides going to the gym to strengthen your heart,
Yes.
why not think about coming and supporting Ruby Falls and getting those steps in and bring some friends with you when you come?
Definitely.
And this is, how many years is this for y'all this year? Is this your 50th? No, this is your, aren't you celebrating a milestone year?
So this is our 96th year
Okay.
in operation. Yes,
Okay.
we're approaching our 100th.
Quick math in your head. That was very
Took me a moment.
That's impressive.
She was too busy with the 200+ million steps. That's the most important number. So don't forget, Go Red for Women is May 9th. Ruby Falls will once again be supporting that. Maybe we can encourage people to come out in the month of April and triple the number. Wouldn't that be something?
We would love that.
We'll see if we can do it. RubyFalls.com. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Gary Massey. Accidents happen. You never know when or where they'll strike. When you're injured in an accident, you need an experienced attorney on your side.